A few years ago, I was in a long-distance relationship with a girl I would call Jelena. We met online while practicing English. It started lightly. Random talks, laughs, long calls that stretched for hours. And before I noticed, what was just conversation had turned into connection. We liked each other. We cared. There were good moments. Soft, simple, even beautiful. But as months passed, I started noticing something hard to admit. Everything else in my life was falling apart. I stopped running, I lost focus, my work, my energy, my discipline, all slowly sinking. The more time I gave to that relationship, the less I had left for my purpose. One day, I looked at my life and it felt like the compass was spinning. Her direction and mine weren't aligned. Mine pointed north, hers somewhere southwest. And I realized that even though we shared affection, our paths were dividing. There was a sweetness in being together, but that sweetness was hiding a deeper bitterness. Because the more I held on, the less of myself I could be. Breaking up was a hard decision that I've made. It hurt. But truth doesn't ask if it is convenient. It simply shows what's real. When I faced that truth, it was like opening a window after a long night. The light hurt my eyes, but it also showed me the way forward. Truth often arrives as feedback. It speaks through outcomes, not opinions. I could see the evidence, my progress fading, my energy shrinking. That was truth revealing itself. The bitter came before the sweet, but the sweet that followed was cleaner, deeper, because it was honest. Truth is a light of freedom. Knowledge tells you what's right, will gives you why it matters. Self control teaches how to live it. But truth is what keeps all three aligned. It's the north of the compass. Without truth, knowledge becomes illusion. Will becomes obsession. Self control becomes rigidity. Truth keeps them honest. But truth isn't created, it's revealed. You don't choose it, you submit to it. Truth doesn't always comfort. Sometimes it corrects. It demands humility, the courage to admit that reality isn't always what we wish it were. The light can blind at first, but that's just the eyes adjusting to what's real. Love without truth becomes attachment, but truth with love becomes growth. When I chose to face the truth with Jelena, it felt like choosing the bitter. But that bitterness saved me from a much darker sweetness, the kind that rots from the inside. Think of one part of your life where you already know the truth, but keep postponing it. Ask yourself, what's the cost of living as if I don't know? Then take one honest step toward that truth, because the light will only enter when you open the window. In the next episode, we will talk about the space where truth and choice meet, the environment, and how the world around you shapes the one within. I am Leonardo Batista, and this is the Law of Freedom. See what's right, love what's right, do what's right.